Faces of the Moon by Bob Kralin, illustrated by Leslie Evans. Do you wonder when you see the moon at dusk or dawn or midday noon, just why her face is curved or round, or why she sometimes can't be found? Each month the moon transforms her face, which grows and shrinks at steady pace. Her changing looks reveal her place in orbit round our globe. Each changing face or lunar phase repeats each 29 days. From thin to thick, from dark to light, sometimes in day, sometimes at night. Our mighty sun, with sunbeams bright, shines upon the moon in flight, and paints her shadowed face with light, to make the phase we see. For as she orbits Earth in space, the sunlight moves across her face, and from our world beneath the sky, we watch moon change as days go by. From night to night and day to day, she'll wax or grow, then wane away. Each phase has earned a name we say, as light and shadows change. The moon's first phase, we'll call it new, when moon's between the sun and you. Her sunlit side is turned away, and we can't see her night or day. New moon rises and sets with the sun. A few days pass, and moon's less shy. Her smile lights the twilight sky. The more her sunlight surface shows, the more moon's waxing crescent grows. Waxing crescent moon rises in the mid-morning and sets in the mid-evening. We notice moon's first quarter phase around the count of 7 days. Her western halves, so brightly lit, right down the middle, moon looks split. First quarter moon rises around midday and sets around midnight. Once she's past first quarter moon, we find her in the afternoon. Now waxing gibbous fat with light, she's nearly round, up late at night. Waxing gibbous moon rises in the mid-afternoon and sets hours before sunrise. Next comes moon's most famous phase, around the count of 14 days. Her monthly orbit's halfway done, and now she's opposite the sun. The full moon, big and bright and round, with not a shadow to be found, now rules the heavens all night long, and sets upon the break of dawn. Full moon rises at sunset, and sets at sunrise. Once past full, the shadows start to darken moon's most western part, and later each night she'll embark the waning gibbous moon. Waning gibbous moon rises in the mid-evening and sets shortly after sunrise. At moon's last quarter of her trip, her eastern half is brightly lit. Round midnight hour she will rise to shine amid the morning skies. Last quarter moon rises around midnight and sets around midday. From early dawn to morning blue, her crescent grin is smiling through. Poised high above the morning dew is waning crescent moon. Waning crescent moon rises hours before sunrise and sets in the mid-afternoon. Then moon returns from where she'd begun to hide between our earth and sun. And though this orbit now is done, next month she starts anew. As long as we have watched the skies, this nearby world has drawn our eyes. In singer's song and poet's rhyme, across our globe and throughout time. The moon reminds us of our place, a spinning world in endless space. Each month her ever-changing face is right outside your door. So every time you spot the moon, at dusk or dawn or midday noon, you'll know her by her friendly phase and watch her change through all your days. As the Earth orbits around the sun, the moon is orbiting around the Earth. The moon always has one half in lightness and one half in darkness. As the moon travels around the Earth, we see more and more of the light half of the moon. When the moon is between the Earth and the sun, we only see her shadowed part. When the moon is on the other side of the Earth and the Earth is between the moon and the sun, we see moon's full lighted face. Whenever we see the moon, we can see some spots are darker and some spots are lighter on the moon's lit face. This tells us that even as the moon is orbiting the sun, the moon is slowly turning, so that the face that we see is always the same, and the same face always points at the Earth, no matter where the moon is in its orbit. We don't ever see the dark side of the moon.